Well, we're lucky enough now to be joined by our Citrus TV reporter from Winston-Salem. Hello, Gino Antimarino.
Despite the overtime win, definitely some things that Syracuse can work on moving forward. Even Fran Brown had his team running sprints at the end of this game because they weren't quite up to the standard he wants them to be at. The biggest thing for Donnie Freeman is he's got to manage his emotions. Now, if he wants my personal opinion, I'll give it to you guys. Listen, I came off the plane here in Winston-Salem. Nice, sunny, beautiful, warm day. I've got a belly full of brisket from a local barbecue place. Someone could punch me in the face and I'm not losing my cool, okay? Everything's going great. But in all seriousness, for Donnie Freeman, he's got to make sure he's staying cool, calm, and collected. They go into the second half thinking they are going to play the exact same way they played in the first half. And Wake Forest, they responded, right? Head coach for the Demon Deacons, Steve Forbes, he said, we game plan. We changed the way we played defense in that second half. We were closing out on the perimeter quicker. We were not allowing J.J. Starling to drive downhill and kick out to the shooters from beyond the arc. And that was the biggest difference. Syracuse goes into the second half, not game planning. It depends on what side you want me to answer. If you want the Gino Antimarino working for Citrus TV, then yeah, the game is obviously very important. Every game is very important. You should tune in to all of our coverage on social media and on YouTube. But if you're asking from a basketball side of things, is this game important for Syracuse? Not really. I mean, listen, let's be honest. Yeah, Syracuse could slide in the ACC tournament, but they're making the ACC tournament, and for this squad, they'll certainly take it. The Orange, they know their fate, and they know that they're probably going to win one, maybe two games at best in the ACC tournament, regardless of where they sort of fall in terms of the seedings. One of the reasons for the success was Justice Ross Simmons, who had 2 touchdown receptions, one in the fourth, the other what would be the eventual game winner in overtime. The wide receiver was talked about after the game, and Fran Brown, the head coach for Syracuse, said that with the adversity Justice Ross Simmons went through last season with all of the injuries and the aches and pains, it has only made the wideout stronger for this season. One of the coaches for Syracuse, Alan Griffin, said he felt the last time Syracuse played a complete game was against Notre Dame. Guys, that was a month ago. Syracuse has to make sure that they are getting back into that cohesive brand of basketball, and you heard Adrian Autry say it time and time again this season. They have to play a full 40 minutes, and it's only elevated and more emphasized when you're on the road because this is a team that's got the home crowd on their back. They're feeling it. Everything that has went wrong for Syracuse, it has been Adrian Autry that has been the scapegoat for it all. And he said, listen, there's only so many rebounding drills I can do. Wake Forest, by the way, the worst rebounding team in the ACC, Wake Forest out-rebounded Syracuse today. So it's things like that. You can't teach effort. You can't teach energy. And Adrian Autry was really stressing that in the post-game presser. He said, you know, I take a lot of the responsibility, and I certainly will, and I won't complain about it. But at the end of the day, essentially the players have to be held responsible as well because they have to go out and execute. He hit his absolute pinnacle in terms of frustration in the latest game against North Carolina. 2 technical fouls, got ejected. He ripped his jersey on his way to the locker room. Also an abysmal game, too. Just 9 points, 0 for 2 from the field in the first half. Coach Autry just kind of chalked it up after the game as, yeah, Donnie Freeman got lost with his frustration, but at the end of the day, Donnie Freeman's got to make sure he's staying out of his head and letting it all perform on the court. Well, if Syracuse wants to prove that it can get it done on the road and play a complete 40 minutes, it's got a pretty good opportunity to do that next up against number 24 Louisville. The Orange hit the road and head to KFC Yum Center on Tuesday at 9 p.m. If you want to know how that one goes down, make sure you stay tuned on our social medias at Citrus TV Sports. But in the meantime, reporting from LJVM Coliseum, I'm Gino Antimarino, Citrus TV.